y'all.
Hello. It's been a while since I've gotten on here. I just wanted to come back on and try to reestablish my place here on my channel. It's been well over a year since I've really sat down to film a video. I just wanted to come back on, maybe try to get back into the YouTube realm. I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of going with the flow. I'm really busy right now, despite having less to do. We're gonna kind of just jump into this. I just filmed a wedding with Janie, so I'm a bit tired. I'm sweating. It's warm in here, and I had to turn the fan off. I'm using my new podcast setup. If you didn't know, I have a podcast. It's called the Mostly Media Podcast with Giroux and Janie Massey Giroux. Go give it a listen. It's really interesting, in my opinion. It's all about media. I filmed this once already, like a month ago, and I haven't touched it because I just wasn't really happy with what I filmed. In that video, I explained I had some records that were on pre-order, but they all finally came in, so I have my full collection now. Not really a system to it. I have all of them in this basket. And the way I filmed it a month ago is I had like a full spreadsheet with like the categories of records. But for this, I kind of wanted to just be a little bit more casual, a little bit more loose. So I put them all in here, and I'm just gonna pull one out and maybe say a little something about it, or favorite song, or I don't know. It's gonna be the same setup as last time almost. I'm gonna have like some of my favorite songs over here, and then my rating down the bottom somewhere around here. So look out for that. There's gonna be a rating, my favorite songs, and I'm gonna talk about the album a little bit, and then move on to the next one, because I got quite a few to go through here. I think I have 50 or 60 records I need to go through. So let's get into it. Okay, we're gonna start here with Harry Styles. And one thing I wanna note here before we really get into this, you can see here there's a glare on the record. I have a sleeve on it. I do not have sleeves for all of my records. I'm trying to do an outer and then an inner sleeve for my records just so they can stay nicer for longer. But I don't have them on all of them because it's a very pricey hobby to have and try to keep it nice. So I'm working on getting more sleeves. Bear with me here. First album, it's self-titled. This is really good. I might say it's his best work so far. I don't know. Fine Line is up there for me too. But this is a really good one as well. Oh, and here we have Julian Baker, Little Oblivions. I don't know if you know this. I'm a big Boy Genius fan. So everything Boy Genius, Julian, Lucy, Phoebe, I love them all. I'm trying to get myself into Julian's work more. Her first album, Go Home, tears, crying. Here we have In the Airplane Over the Sea. Yes, but here my uncle got this for me. It was on my Amazon wish list. Great album. Go take a listen. Go take a listen. Here we have 30 by Adele. There were millions of copies of this record made, and I refused to buy this record at full price. The soundtrack from The Northman. I have started growing my collection of soundtracks for movies I really enjoy. The Northman is a really good movie. Go watch this movie. It is really good. I really recommend it. Thank you, Nolan, for showing me the movie. Optimist by Phineas. This also is a really good album. I haven't listened to it as much as I wanted to. I need to give it a full listen through. There's a few songs on here I used to listen to a bunch. Did you know there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard by Lana Del Rey? I pre-ordered this months ago, and then they canceled my order. That was a week before the album came out, so I had to scour the internet to try to find this exact pressing, and I found it on Urban Outfitters. Not the biggest fan of supporting Urban Outfitters, but they had what I wanted. Diary 1 by Clairo. Back in 2021, I started my New Year's resolution of listening to one album a week, and this was the very first one that I listened to that year. I hadn't really listened to Clairo before that, and this really got me into Clairo. Sling is my darling. Go listen to Sling in the fall. Here we have a little bit of a throwback. I thrifted this one. There's a few in here that I thrifted from certain thrift stores around the area and certain record stores. Carpenters. I'm a very big Carpenters fan, so I have a few of these in my collection. Love the Carpenters. Next, we have one of the records I was waiting for that was on pre-order. This got pushed back like 3 separate times. The Stagger EP by Poppy. This also, it came with, it's from Revolver, which is the magazine. I got the Winter 2022 edition. I just got this 2 days ago in May of 2023. Oh, Minions: The Rise of Gru soundtrack. A month ago when I filmed this, I said that I loved this album, but I hadn't watched the movie yet. I can say I've watched the movie now. I watched it like 2 weeks ago, and it was mid. But the soundtrack slaps. Silk Sonic by the band formerly known as Silk Sonic. This is a really good album. I'm not the biggest Bruno Mars fan, but this album changed my mind. There's no skips. Everyone's a banger. 777, gold. The self-titled Marcus Mumford. I thought this was a clever name, Marcus Mumford, from Mumford & Sons. It's just called self-titled. That's smart. Love this idea. And the albums are good. The features, can we talk about the features on this album? Claro, Phoebe Bridgers. He ate it up. And it's red. Okay, before I say anything about this, I need to pull something else out. Solar Power by Lorde. And I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm so sorry. I don't want to try to pronounce it because I feel like it's not going to be good. This was my album of the summer for 2021. And in 2023, am having a solar power summer. I'm self-proclaiming my solar power summer now. And I hope you have a solar power summer too. Lana Del Rey, aka Lizzie Grant. I didn't know this was a thing. Call me a fake fan. I'm trying to collect all of Lana Del Rey's records, and I think I have all of them, except for her poem book, vinyl, and Blue Banisters, I believe. I think I have all the other ones. So when I saw this at my local record store, Waiting Room Records, they had this, I had to eat it up. I didn't know where I would find this again. Next we have Mimi at Midnights. We have Midnights by Taylor Swift. The very first Taylor Swift record I ever bought. I have been a Taylor hater in the past. I will say it myself. Over the past year, my wife, Janie, has become very good friends with a avid Swiftie. And that has led me down the pipeline of loving this girl right here. Maybe not loving, there's some questionable things, but the music hits still. Again, A24 soundtrack, The Witch. I just realized both the soundtracks from A24 I've shown have Anya Taylor-Joy. I love Anya Taylor-Joy, and it's known. And this is a great movie. If you like butter, watch this movie. Would thou like to live deliciously? Oh, 2 Taylors in a row already. We have Evermore. I can't recall if these are the only 2 Taylor Swift records I own right now. However, my favorite Taylor album is Folklore. So if you know me and you want to get me a gift, get me Folklore. We have Big Time by Angel Olsen. This is a really good album. I'm pretty sure I started listening to this May of last year. It was just like a whim, just like, oh, this album has a nice cover. Let me listen to it. It might be good. Loved it. Recently, she released an EP that kind of goes along, that was recorded at the same time as Big Time. Forever Means. This EP is really good. Nothing's Free is one of the best songs I've ever heard in my life. Go listen to Nothing's Free. It is amazing. Orange Blood by Mount Joy. It is so good. It's again, kind of like Solar Power. It has that summer vibe. I go on bike rides a lot. I'll just listen to this album front to back because it is like the perfect bike ride, like vibe song. It's amazing. Album. Up next, we have another installment in the Carpenters universe. Just another Carpenters album I got. Whenever I see a Carpenters album I don't have, I get it. I believe I got both the Carpenters albums that are in here for $1 at Waiting Room Records. So it was a steal. The Euphoria soundtrack, Labyrinth, is really good composer for Euphoria. And it is, like, the way he produces music is so amazing. I'm excited for season 3, even though I just heard it gets pushed back to 2025 now, which is sad. I also want to make a disclaimer. I'm sorry for talking with my hands so much. I notice I do it in videos a lot. Sorry. We have a Charlie Brown Christmas, Brown Christmas. The green pressing, but wait, there's more. The green vinyl with gold splatters pressing, Target exclusive. I don't know if this is a Walmart exclusive or not, but I got this. This was from Walmart. I got it for Christmas, and this one's from Target, got it for Christmas. Charlie Brown is a great Christmas classic. Charlie Brown. Donna Summer on the radio. Last summer, I really got into disco for some reason. I love disco music now. And Donna Summer is Disco Queen. Disco Queen of my heart. Stoney by Post Malone. This was the last album I needed to complete my Post Malone collection. I have Beer Bongs and Bentleys. I have Hollywood's Bleeding. I have Stoney now. Then he had to release that new album, and there's another one on the way. So now I have 2 more to catch up on. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. It's hard. Immunity by Clairo. I told you I love this album. Again, Waiting Room Records. Waiting Room Records has been my go-to record store. Hey everybody! The camera overheated. It doesn't feel like it's one of my videos unless there's some sort of technical difficulty halfway through that makes something change. So we're just gonna keep on pushing. Clairo, Immunity, don't remember what I said, that's what I said. Over the Garden Wall soundtrack. This is one of the best fall pieces of media I've ever seen, ever heard, ever laid my eyes upon. If you have not seen Over the Garden Wall, me and my friend Maddie are avid fans of this. And if you watch or listen to my podcast, we will be doing an episode about it in the fall. Keep your eyes peeled for that. We're excited. Gold. Here we have Special by Lizzo. This album, if I'm being completely blunt, I don't think it was as good as 'Cause I Love You. It was still really good. It had some hits on there, but 'Cause I Love You, there was something about it that was crack to me, and I loved it. This one, it was pretty good, but not my favorite. This is Jewel at the Interchange. I don't know what this album is. I saw it at Waiting Room Records, and the album art was lovely, and I bought it. I think it was like $40. I don't regret anything I did, because look at how aesthetic. The aesthetics are aestheticing, but I did listen to this, and there were some lyrics that did not age well. So, I have This Old Dog by Mac DeMarco. I'm trying to expand my Mac DeMarco collection. I have this and You're the Cowboy. I can't think right now, sorry, it's late. I'm in the market for more Mac DeMarco. If you know me, get me Mac DeMarco, please. We have the Stranger Things Season 4 soundtrack. I wish you could see what this looked like, but it is so dark and there's too many lights in my room to see the cover. I got this from Walmart, $15, with a puzzle. Lizzie McAlpine. Give me a minute, I forgot for a second. This is a no-skip album. Morgan, you know what I mean. No skip album. Morgan. Go listen to Lizzie McAlpine. Remy Wolf, Juno. This is another album for the summer. Great album. So groovy and funky and fun and amazing. We got this, Juno, Orange Blood, Solar Power. That is my vibes for summer this year, and no one can take that away from me. You can't take it away. I'm gonna close my eyes and pull. The Home Alone soundtrack. Great movie. Christmas classic. Another Donna Summer, Bad Girls. My point still stands what I said earlier. Donna Summer is amazing. Dandelion by Said the Whale. One of my all-time favorite bands. Look at the vibes of this album are so good. And Cascadia, their albums are so good. Plantasia, I got this. I was researching albums that like plants like, because as you know, I love plants. I love me a good plant. Warm earth music for plants. I love this album. I don't know if my plants do. We have this. This is Attachment Styles by Mahal. I don't know how to say this band's name. There's a song called Bisexual Anxiety, and I just thought that was fun. Happy Prem Month. Here at the Butter Shop, we are stashing away with deals.
Hi, gay!
Midsummer by Ari Aster. Oh, I always forget that's in there when I open it. So good. This movie is so good. It's probably one of my favorite movies of all time. I get side eyes when I say that, but it is a good movie. I tortured my friends by making them watch it, and I think I traumatized some of them. Maggie Rogers' Surrender. Janie and I were at a record store in Bloomington when I got this. Not Waiting Room Records, a different one that I forget the name of at the moment. And I picked it up and said, I'm not the biggest Maggie Rogers, like I don't listen to her a lot. I know this is her new album. Should I get it? And she's like, yeah, sure. And I did it. She said she liked it. Dance Fever by Florence and the Machine. I love Florence and the Machine. Her vibes are everything. Her duet with Ethel Cain. If you listen to the podcast, you know my feelings about Ethel Cain. I love Ethel Cain. vibes. 10-year anniversary edition of the Lumineers self-titled album. This, I haven't listened to this yet, honestly. I've had no time to listen to a lot of stuff. This is not new. I don't know how this got in here. I don't think this is new either. The orange Japanese pressing of Boy Genius self-titled EP. This is my bloodline, my life source, and my one true love. This EP means everything to me. Every single song is a bop. Every single member is a slay. I will go to my grave saying that this is the best EP to ever be created in every single universe and timeline. Thank you. How fitting. Lucy Dacus, Historian 5-year anniversary pressing with different cover art. I got this yesterday. I haven't even opened it yet. Oh, she's a beauty. Lucy Dacus is so pretty. Red. I love Lucy. Simmel. I was so upset when I saw the cover art for this album. Every other single Simmel album or EP that has been released on record, vinyl, has had a bold, thick, white border and a little square of the picture. So it was all white with that. So every single thing looked white from the outside. This is blue. Still great. The cover art is so amazing, but it hurt my heart a little bit that they weren't all white anymore. The Pearl soundtrack. And I just want this to be appreciated. I feel like any sort of vinyl record that is being sold on the market these days, there's kind of a lack of craftsmanship with the packaging for it. That's not true for all, but the majority. It is just a plain sleeve. The sleeve is just a sleeve. It's just a little piece of whatever kind of cardstock paper that they use for this kind of stuff. But I have a few Elvis records that are like from the 70s in my collection that were made like this with the cutout. They're not doing it like this anymore that much because it's more money to pay for this kind of thing, and I'm glad when I see things like this. Amazing. And when you slide it in the sleeve, it is amazing. I loved the movie Pearl. Thank you. Boy Genius, the record album. This album, once again, is my everything. I am a Boy Genius fanatic. I am a Boy Genius fan. I love the boys. They're my favorite. I want to get a tattoo to match them because I'm a crazy fan and I know they hate that, but I love them. Amazing album. 10 out of 10. A million out of a million. A million out of 10. Go listen. Lastly, we have CMAT. Great album. I was drawn to this, again, by the cover art. If you say you can't judge a book by its cover, I will. I will be judging by the cover, and that will say if I want to listen or not. Like, I see so many country albums with, like, amazing covers, and then I see country, I'm not listening. If I see this and it's like a pop, alternative, R&B, other genres that I can't think of at the moment, I will be listening, because look at the artwork and detail of this. CMAT really did the thing. This was probably my album of 2022, and I am still listening in 2023. This is amazing. It is amazing. It's amazing. And it's red. Love it. Thank you. Okay. Well, now I think I'm done. We hit all the classics of a Giroux YouTube video. Technical difficulties, being a fanatic of many things, being overstimulated, sweating too much, and not knowing what to say. That is my life. I just hope you all can understand the level of dedication and time and money I have spent into this little hobby of collecting plastic discs. I truly love record collecting. It's one of my favorite things in the world, and I hope it shows, because I feel very overwhelmed with so many emotions that I am trying to contain and not go crazy with, because this is bringing me into an insane mode of brain space. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Thank you for watching. I love filming videos. I really want to get back into it, and I'm hoping that I'll have some vlogs or something that I can post soon, because I miss filming and editing. And with the podcast that I've been doing lately, I've been filming and editing in this exact same spot, and it is been amazing. But it's so much different because like with a video like this that I've filmed, I have to piece it together and like I can be more creative with it. But when I'm filming and editing a podcast, it's like I'm filming and then I'm just basically lining up the audio with the video so I can post it. But for YouTube, I get to be creative with it, and I really enjoy doing that. And I hope I can start doing that again more, because it really was one of my favorite pastimes during the pandemic when everything was locked down and I didn't have anything else to do, but I've lost motivation and time. And now I'm hoping to get that back. Maybe look out for that in the future, I don't know. I hope you follow along with my journey of my procrastination and motivation. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed filming it. I love talking about my records and showing my collection, and I hope you enjoyed seeing it. So thank you for watching.
Bye, y'all. Hi, y'all. It's Cole. Goodbye.
Okay, that's it. That's it.